right, OBS listening to me this morning, unlike yesterday. So the recording has begun. We're here with more RimWorld Biotech. Thank you guys for being here in the chat. And if you're watching this later on VOD or YouTube or whatever, thank you for watching as well. Whether you're on YouTube or VOD or in the chat, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing over on YouTube. I was looking at the statistics, and I don't talk about this very often, but I realize why a lot of channels do say it every video. Something like 72% of returning viewers. That means people that are watching, and then they're going and they're coming back again and rewatching multiple times, never subscribe. And it actually does help out a lot. Not just a number. A lot of like sponsored type things like Nord and whatnot use those numbers as leverage on how much or little to pay and things like that. So, but of course, if you just don't want to, I'm not gonna harp on about it. But I don't mention it very often, but I probably should. So subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already. Admir's everything on there as well. All right. RimWorld Biotech. We're still on our first attempt. And Randy is always able to go to sleep. Randy has always been able to do that. But Randy has been sleepier than I probably have ever seen for the most part. And that's what I'm hearing from almost everyone. And yeah, he can still hit. And yeah, he can still hit multiple times in a row, etc. But on average, it feels like Randy is not doing as much. And we're not sure if there's like something actually going on there or if it just feels that way or what's going on. But it is not just me. I have a lot of people coming in and telling me, it's like, man, Randy hasn't hit me in 3 years or whatever, you know? And yeah, that is possible even before this, but it seems more prevalent now for some reason. So I don't know if that's really the case, if there's something about summoning mechs that's screwing it up, but on our next playthrough, we're going to play against Cassandra, and we'll see. We should get hit a lot with Cassandra, so. But yeah, today is ship launch day, but we do have some preparation before ship launch, so we do have to do a few things. Get a few things ready, and there's a couple of things that we wanted to just see before we wrap things up. So I want to send someone over to that 100% polluted tile. I want to go check out that Mechanitor base really quick, even if we don't make another Mechanitor. So and get a couple of defensive things ready, and once that is done, we will launch the ship. So ship launch usually takes like 4 hours if it goes kind of normally. Sometimes less, sometimes more, obviously, but on average maybe 3 or 4 hours. So we'll probably prepare for a couple hours and you know, dot our I's, and I should always reverse that, just to. Sometimes when I do that as a joke, like I'm like, we should dot our T's and cross our I's or whatever. People are like, Adam, you're all right? You know that's not how it goes, right? Are you okay? But no. Anyway, we got stuff to do. How's your pawn? Your pawn is still really good. Yours is the moral guide, Atomic. There you are. Thank you, lurkers. Thank you for doing that. Giant hot dog with a face. Are you an Oscar Mayer wiener? Mortar Baby got arms yesterday. Yep. Welcome in, Gamer Girl. Never caught the beginning of the stream. You're here just in time. Doomsday, welcome in. You swapped off Randy because he was extra sleepy also. That's what I've been hearing from a lot of people. Hex, Dearlish, welcome in.
Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is
we've had Randy send several things right in a row in this run, but overall for the length of the run, he sent way less raids than he normally does, for me anyway. But again, that was always possible. So most of your fights have been from quests. Yeah, me too. Quests and calling in mechs. Igor, no, I'm done with Igor for now. Here's welcome in. Tweenie, Total House, hashtags, welcome in. That's also, yeah, thank you, hashtags. Geo. Do you have drone carriers? I have one mech. I have 1 or 2 hauling mechs. Yep. You just had 3 in a day. Yeah. So who knows? There might be something going on. I've been summoning mechs like all the time. A lot of times I was summoning mechs every other day, and I don't know if that's doing something like, oh, we've programmed it to not send raids around the same time you call in a boss mech or something, and so because of that we're getting less. I have no idea, but it does feel weird. Oh yeah, Disease Randy, my absolute favorite, not favorite. Started almost 2 a.m. for you. Yeah, it's rough. Who is Important Baby's dad? Why? Oh, I was about to say it was me. Who's the father? It's Accord. Accord is the father. Hi, Psychic Drone. Ouch. So we're gonna keep people inside momentarily during this drone. Problem with Apple and Twitch. Wait. You figured which problem out? How's it going, Panda? Dadu, welcome in. Dadu. Which thing are we figuring out? I have no... I just don't even have a memory. I am the mother, that's right. I am the mother. Whoops. Oops. And never forget, I am the mother. All right, so yeah, we want to go check out that polluted tile. I'll probably wait and see if we get a recruit from this. We'll let this drone go through here. And then I want to check out that Mechanitor area, see how hard they are. Have I considered a run playing properly intended? Okay. All right. I'm guessing you're trolling, Francis, but Nomad, welcome in. Nines, welcome in. Thank you for coming in.
Welcome
Oh,
back.
that. I
Your
got you.
steadfast
Panda.
loyalty is greatly
Thank you for the resub.
appreciated.
Thank you, Panda. Very much appreciated. Properly intended. You mean playing the game in a way that you have fun because it's a game? Yeah, I play every run. Back when I did my no pause,
Our
no
modest fellowship
killbox,
expands. Praise
no cover
the sun.
run, I was having fun. So that was the way the game was intended. And you know what?
Welcome back.
Back like
Your
last time I
steadfast
did the
loyalty
run
is
where
greatly
everyone had
appreciated.
bedrooms, I had a giant freezer of thousands of meals because why not? At that time, I was having fun, so I was playing the game as intended. And you know what? In this run, with a giant friggin' warehouse barracks and no freezer for food because my food doesn't rot, I'm having fun, so I'm playing as intended. Maybe it's the wrong way of saying. I do get people on YouTube all the time that... So the reason why I'm saying these things, Francis, is I get comments on YouTube all the time telling me I'm playing the game wrong. But I really think... But I have runs of all kinds out there. I have runs with bedrooms, even though they're worse than barracks. I used to use freezers, but you really don't need freezers, so there's really no point as long as you're not overproducing. And if I'm just super overproducing just for the sake of overproducing to have a freezer, then that doesn't make any sense, right? So I'd have to force myself not to do that. I have runs with kill boxes, I have runs with no kill boxes, and everything. But I always try to make it so the run that I'm doing is at least fun for me, because I play this game thousands of hours a year as a job, and I don't want to burn myself out. So I'm not going to just like force myself to use the bedrooms every run. And you know, barracks are an intended thing to use. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Thank you for being here again. And barracks are an intended thing to use, of course, or else you wouldn't have that designation in the game. You wouldn't have the debuff or the buff from them, and it wouldn't say barracks. But yeah. Anyway, we all get the point. But yes, I have all kinds of different runs. I have runs. So again, like people were saying, oh, you only win because of cannibalism and stuff like that. So we have runs that we're not doing cannibalism and just everything. In fact, the next run I won't be doing cannibalism either. Mayday, welcome in. Start painting the outside green so it looks like grass.
You will join us or die.
Maybe I'll do that. The good guy run had a barracks, yeah, but I didn't do cannibalism or anything, obviously. Barracks is just as intended in individual rooms, yeah. Stop having fun, you're doing it wrong. No. Playing anything other than Doomsday is playing the game wrong. Thank you again, Panda. Biggest fluff, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Rawsome, thank you for the 2 months. And Safety Dancer, thank you for the gift sub to Meow Cats Go Roar. Meow Cats Go Roar, thank you. Add, remove, modify something in RimWorld to make it better. What would you want? I would add... There's actually a lot of things, but my biggest wish list item right now is that a rehaul of the world map. A rehaul of the world map would be my ideal thing right now. What does that mean? I don't know. Making automated trade, making automated settlements like the AI does in Ideology. Making the world map matter more, you know. Giving more reasons to go out on the world map. More positive reasons, not more punished reasons, you know. Maritime, like boats and trade and fishing and, you know, stuff like that.
Welcome back. Your steadfast
Did I do a
loyalty is
tutorial on how to
greatly
start a RimWorld
appreciated.
playthrough? Not exactly. I mean, a lot of my runs at the beginning, I basically do that, but not specifically, you know. Do I hate people with OCD or why to paint the floor this way? If you go into like, hang on. So like if you went into like a 1990s Taco Bell, would you just have a breakdown? Like if you went to a Taco Bell that hadn't been changed to the 1990s, if you went into a children's hospital and you went into the lobby of a children's hospital, would you just start having like a massive breakdown? You're like, oh my God, why don't you guys, you're gonna make the children sick. Yes. Han, welcome in. Snowden. Charity ideology. Doing them. Yeah, the charity ideology isn't as bad anymore because they capped it at 700 wealth. But back when I did, yeah, the good guy run, they were like, could we borrow 20,000 silver? It's like, yeah, sure. Caravan system. Caravan would be yours. More transportation in general. Yeah. Lumberjack, welcome in. World map feels very underutilized. Yeah. And a lot of the reasons to go out is just obviously the caravan to a trade site. And then the other ones are mainly like, oh, there's something bad going on over here, go stop it. But I would like there to be more positive and negatives out there. I'm not avoiding infestations. We have had dozens of deep drill infestations, but dug too deep infestations cap out very early, so they're basically nothing. It's like 10 bugs. Show them the racetrack. Oh yeah, check out my racetrack. Guys, look at this. It's perfect. Check out my racetrack. Let's go to Holy Strike. Paul, welcome in. Why is it messed up? What are you talking about? Is the drone over yet? Okay, the drone is over. Back to work. What's wrong with it? Yeah, it's painted perfectly, yeah. Yeah. It's painted perfectly. One of the spaces is off? Oh, no, this one's supposed to be like that, Trisha. It's turned vertical because it's starting to turn, you see? You see why? Yeah. To the left? No, the left one's fine. The left one to this one is fine. Does dye require material? It does, yeah. Yeah, it does. The left corner? No, the left. The left corner is good too. The left corner, because this one comes next after this one, it doesn't turn yet. So the left corner is fine too. Three over. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. 1, 2, 3. It's supposed to be black. We only want 2 yellow in a row. We want 2 yellow and then 1 black and then 2 yellow again, and it just repeats forever. Two over and 3 down. 1, 2. Yeah, I just haven't painted that one yet. I just wanted to get more dye before we painted that one. Where to download the P music mod manually? I'm not sure. Above the turret? Well, yeah, this is a conduit. Yeah. I don't know why I think I had something here drying before. I'll get rid of that. Yeah. There you go. That'll fix it. The left one? The left turret? Oh, I just haven't painted down here yet. I will get to it. I just need more dye. I mean, we are getting more dye, so. I gotta check this malaria, guys. Hang on. Oh, they need better tinting for sure. Okay, that one's good. Sick baby has malaria. We can't even preach health on sick baby because they're not our ideology, because they're little jerks. Our baby says, I don't believe in your God. You will, little baby. You will. Thing, but triggering chat's OCD is a real war crime. It's just modern art. That's all it is. I don't know what. Came back in the perfect time, Stoner. Moxie, welcome in. I would never troll. This isn't trolling. This is just modern art. Sickly ponds don't eat that anymore. It got fixed a long time ago, yeah. Let's go in Darth. Bipolar. Darth troll. Oh, they're trolling me. Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, that's fine though. I don't mind. It's not. I'm not gonna ban them or whatever. I don't know why they kept pointing out stuff that I just haven't done yet. I wish I had walls painted that way. No, dyed floors don't contribute to ideology mood at the moment, unfortunately. Trolling. What? Remind you that one time that I put the wall around the animatree off by 1 square and pretended that it wasn't the whole game? I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, it's bad attack. You chill out. Talk about the paint some more. Camp assaults. Provide 9 soldiers. Where's the blind emote? It's right there. It's right there. 2 black tiles in a row. Well, yeah, they're all supposed to have black tiles in a row on this one because that's like the other side. That's the side of the street. You're chill. How dare you? That's the... You've been in a street before, right? Like on a street, how the sides are kind of like asphalt black, and then in the middle, there's just like yellow lines, you know? Just as you go. Anyway. What's going on, Breon? After this malaria, we'll go take care of the things that I said we were going to do. And then we'll get ready for the ship. So, what I want to do... How much dye do we have, actually, for real? I guess I could just look on the categorized mode. We only have 400. Never been on the street before? Yeah. That's alright. Maybe someday. Everyone needs things on their bucket list, you know? Marine helmet. Symmetry. Yeah, my base is perfectly set up. It's very there we go. Paint for what? Paint for the floor. You know what? Speaking of the dye though, I was upset yesterday. You can paint all of the like structures, but you can't paint the ship. So I couldn't paint my reactor red to make it go faster. How's the sun blocked? We have an off-map problem causer, off-map quest that's blocking the sun, and it's guarded by 18 monkeys, which is way too powerful for us to go take care of. How's it going, Simeon? Welcome in. Literally unplayable. I put in my refund request yesterday because I can't paint my ship red. What does it mean to have 500%? 500% is a difficulty modifier. So when you make the game, you choose your difficulty. Losing is fun is the normal hardest difficulty. Losing is fun is 220% threat. But if you click custom, you can go beyond losing is fun. So 500% takes the 220% losing is fun difficulty, and it more than doubles it and sets it to the maximum, which is currently 500%. So what that means is raids get bigger and stronger way faster than even losing is fun. Animal rescues, they will put it in a normal bed. That's interesting. Yeah, I haven't noticed that. I have to keep it down. Well, we haven't had any animals, so
welcome back.
I guess that makes sense why I wouldn't notice.
Is greatly appreciated.
If you caravan through a hostile faction settlement, will they attack you? No, you can even camp on top of it. You can stop on top of it, but not choose attack. And they have a chance to, but it's not like an increased chance, yeah.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sun.
Kakarot, thank you for the 8 months, Kakarot. Simeon, thank you for the 4 months. 4 months already. And I'm gonna go with Caref. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Let me know if I'm butchering that, but I do appreciate it. Preparing for ships. Preparing for ships. You have a foggy rain weather controller near the base that you've kept alive simply because it makes fire a non-issue. Yeah, the only downside is it impacting, like, you know, accuracy and mood when people are out in it. But yeah, if you can deal with that, might as well leave it. Can you settle adjacent? No, you need to skip at least one cell. They can't be side by side, but you can just go 2 over and do it. Worth it. Plant power pipe across the map just for the drill. No, I usually don't do that. I do other things. So what I do when I have to do remote drilling, I mean, it can be worth it if that's your only option, but there's 2 things. One, if you have royalty, try to get an unstable power cell. Unstable power cells give 400 watts of power forever with no input, and you can just take them and put them anywhere you want. So that's enough for 2 drills. So an unstable power cell plus 2 drills out in little cabins or whatever to mine, right? If you don't have that, there's something else you can do. You can fill up a battery like this. Batteries are minifiable while they are filled. So you can actually minify a battery. You can just reinstall it up with the drills. And then once that battery is starting to run out, just have someone take a new battery and bring the old one back. So digital masochist, I guess so. DULLCHILD became an adult already. Wow, DULLCHILD. That's the one that just showed up the other day. Masterwork assault rifle. This weapon bears an image of a solitary explorer riding on a mosquito. Wearing a button-down shirt near a basin. The work seems to symbolize death. Beside that scene, it takes place inside a district built near a sound. A district built near a sound. I've never seen one of a riding on a mosquito. It's either a really big mosquito or a very small explorer. A dull child has become an adult. Ooh. Steadfast. I'll just go with Steadfast. We didn't... This one just showed up when we didn't treat them very well, obviously. So, yeah, he's not... This is the worst child we've had so far. Oh, you know what? We could send him out to do that exploration that we wanted to do. Perfect.
A new subscriber. Come, steel yourself. We are
Perfect.
building an army.
Perfect. Callie, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Thank you, Callie. Also very much appreciated. Much love to Callie for the 5 gift subs. Let's go see what the 100% tile... We've been dumping our toxic waste on this tile since the very early game. Well, early mid game, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, we've been dumping it there for a long time. Let's go see what it looks like. Choose a trait. Would you like steadfast, or would you like to be cripplingly addicted to taking drugs? Yeah, I think you're getting Callie. There's a mod for giant mosquitoes. No, thank you. Let's go on that Calypso. Heat wave. Oh, we haven't had a heat wave in a long time. Having a heat wave. Tropical heat wave. We've been throwing our car batteries in the ocean. Yeah, we don't live near the ocean. Why should we care, right? Yeah, I don't honestly. Let's see. How you guys doing? Okay, he is dominating malaria. Cord's just barely beating malaria. We might want to preach health on him. Might want to, and I bet it's because he was getting up. Yeah, nope, he wasn't. All right, we'll preach health on Accord. Was Accord, right? Yeah, I mean, he still is beating it, but... Yeah, we'll still do it. Preach health, Accord, just in case. Just in case. Any gene editing? Just a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to go more into that. I just wanted to see kind of how it worked, and I kind of know how it functions. And so this run was just a experiment with a little bit on all the different things, and the next one I think I'm going to do a high genetic alteration type run. No, I didn't mean to do that. I mean, they're already set to bed rest, so they should do it, but... So California, you are just one earthquake away from living at or in the ocean. That's true, in Arizona Bay. I have listened to Anima quite a few times in my life. Pollux trees, yeah, I know about them, yeah. They clear pollution for free. Put a good gene on a baseliner, just copy that gene from that person. When the gene, well, I mean, yeah, you have to wait a time for genes to regrow. But yeah, once a gene regrows, you can extract another copy of it, yeah. Defensive positions, better pawn control are still not updated? Really? Hide your cats and remember to send people to the kill box? The old-fashioned way. Bill Hicks knows. He's going Hunter Wild. Hey, Hunter, it's been a long time since I saw you. Hunter's like, what? I don't remember you at all. The first time I met Hunter was back... I don't know how I remember this, Hunter. First time I met Hunter was back about 4.5, 5 years ago with Darkest Dungeon. Darkest Dungeon. Good to see you. Bean Man Potato, welcome in. Zidian. Nick, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Yeah, they're not consumed. So I guess I should go over that. Let me answer a little bit more detail. So basically, when you get a gene, it becomes a gene pack. You can put a gene pack in a gene bank to use it. So you put a gene, you can have 4 genes in a gene bank, and the gene bank connects to a gene assembler, and then you can use the genes that are connected to the assembler via gene banks to make a new xenogerm or whatever and to put it into another pawn. So yeah, you can do it, you could do it, but you don't need to do it. A powerful memory. Yeah, I don't know. I try to remember as much as I can about anyone that ever like hosts or raids or, you know, viewers that tell me things or whatever. I try my best, but some people have been like, do you have like notes open? Like do you have some kind of secret program that shows you information about someone when they join? It's like, no, just try to remember. That's how I get Gene Simmons. These are just painted, yeah. They're not jade this time, just painted. I'm just waiting out malaria right now. Have a spreadsheet on all of us. That's right, I do. Las Vegas Trisha, who now lives in Florida. I'm with the CIA. Is the Darkest Dungeon runs? I pretty much did just about everything you can do with the first Darkest Dungeon. I'm gonna say, people for the chats and the reasons why it's so nice to watch you participate. Thank you. Well, also got the way that genes work. It's a biotech thing, yeah. Darkest Dungeon 2 full release. It's taking them longer. They put out an update here recently about it taking them longer than they had intended or whatever, but that they are continuing to do updates. Get a live gamer. Come on, get over this disease so I can go back to what we were doing. Okay, so let's think about ship launch a little bit. So we got our normal kill box. It's fine. We got enough wood to burn many enemies. We got our sapper deterrents. We have a lot of stuff for drop pods. I have plenty of extra barrels. We got enough shells for some things. Breacher defense right now, we're basically just lining up to the side. I wouldn't mind getting some low shields, even though they're not as good as they were. Minox in a daze, that's not good. We're gonna have to take a look, or keep an eye on that, because his malaria is not too far off. But yeah, I think we're almost ready. I think I want to put some more auto doors, at least on the north side, so we can get out and kite breachers a little bit if we need to. We have the Singularity if we really need backup. We're mining more plasteel right now, which is very good. We need that plasteel to continue making our marine armors, but also to repair some of these defensive walls and whatnot. We got our emanator in the right place. I could go ahead and add some more bandwidth to our Mechanitor and just get some more mechs anyway, just to have, you know, I might as well sort of thing. So we can do that. We'll just put some of these around. Just spread them out a little bit so that
our modest fellowship expands.
You know, if we have enemies come through somewhere, they don't destroy a huge amount of them all at once. We'll see how our power is after this. And we'll go from there. We will go from there. Yeah, hopefully ship launch today. Well, definitely ship launch. Hopefully we don't die during the ship launch, I guess I should say. All All right, Minoc, how's that malaria doing? Keep an eye on him. Won't have random turrets around the inside of the base. All right, I'll go over that. There's two reasons. Double Team, thank you for using the Twitch Prime here. Thank you, Double Team. And Taco Making Tacoma Kid, 41 months. Thank you, kid. Very much appreciated. Can you have concurrent max raid point raids on Randy? Yes, you can. All right, so why do I have the turrets here? There's two reasons. So the first is Sapper Deterrent. So Sappers in their AI, one of the things they try to do is they try to avoid turret line of sight. So if you put turret line of sight all around your base, aside from where you want and the Sappers to come in from, then you can dictate where Sappers come into your base. So if you look at this, all these turrets, right? Ignore the ones down here, but if you look, none of them have line of sight right here or in my kill box. So what happens is Sappers will choose to come through here. And since Sappers are just coming through where we're already going to line up for shooting, I don't have to do anything special against Sappers. So that's the first reason. Second is from drop pod. If we get any drop pods inside the base, especially with no pause, the turrets give, they pull aggro, right? So they give us some time. It buys us some time to get into position, pull people away from where we want, and to shoot the drop podders. So you can draft in during mental breaks. Yep. Yep, if we need to, we will, or we'll knock them out, but I'll just keep an eye on it for now. What mods? I don't really use very many mods, but there they are, yeah. How do you deal with all the extra mechs during solar flares? Solar flare, you don't lose the mechs on the solar flare, no. Solar flares only last for... Solar flares are one of the shortest events in the game, so it literally lasts for just a few in-game hours. You're not going to lose your mechs during that time. What are the red walls made out of? They're just painted red. They're made out... So paint is a new thing in 1.4, but they're just made out of sandstone. Pre-shelf is on cooldown. What's the goal? We're going to launch the ship today. We're going to see the credits. 3 resurrect serums. Those are from quests. Quest rewards. It's Devil Strand wallpaper. It's made of blood. Those res serums are from quest rewards. Let's go on, Eric. Welcome in. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. If we need to, we can either knock him down or arrest him or even just draft him. So luckily he got really ahead of the malaria before he broke down, so we might not need to. We might not need to. Wow, vegetarian meals. But we'll keep an eye on him. Like 10 to 12 hours. That's on the, yeah, 10 to 12 is on the high end. Like, that's literally the max they can possibly last. So, are you having your mechs stop working just in that time frame? I haven't had it happen. So, we've had some solar flares, but generally solar flares, yeah, I think 12 is like literally the max time. Kite them, baby, kite them. Someone was asking about Dug Too Deep infestations earlier and why we don't get them. Why are the babies crying a bunch? Because people aren't playing with them right now because people are sick and doctoring and all that crap, so. The babies don't understand. Like, why aren't I being played with? Why aren't I being fed milk? Well, you see, baby, it's because people are dying of malaria. And the baby just doesn't understand. Come on, Minoc. Stupid babies. Enigma has summoned Granny with the channel points. All right, Enigma, let's see what Granny has to say for today's ship launch. Granny says...
At least I'm not purple.
That's right, Granny. You're way beyond purple. Whizzle, welcome in. How do you switch between colonists so fast? Period and comma. Period and comma. Minoc, Minoc. Come on, Minoc. Unshifted left and right. So Paxis, Kin, thank you again. Eric's, Alligator Lizard, welcome in. All right, Minoc, we'll tend to you. We'll keep an eye on this, though. If it's catching up anymore, we're going to knock you out. King quality was 70%. That's pretty crazy. Standing draft-tended with herbal medicine. Why is tubal ligation whole body? That's a good question. I guess because they haven't put that specific body part into a category. Drafting them? I literally did, yeah. I did. Oh, they're over their breakdown. They had theirs right before Minoc, so there you go, Minoc. There you go. Infections progress faster. The pawn is up, working, moving. Yes, because they don't get the immunity gain speed factor increase from being in a bed. Just take it out of the hospital and dump it on the ground. Love the round colors. Thanks, Z. Let's go on Ray J. Welcome in. I'm lactating. I know. It's because I still have this this baby. There it is. I'm breastfeeding the baby right now. Let's see how full of milk I am. I'm 44% full of milk at the moment. Minoc, Minoc. How can you tell when a village restocks? Go to the world map, click on the village, click on show what will buy, and it will tell you if they've restocked or how long. So world map, click on where you want to trade, click on this button, show what will buy, and up here it'll either show a timer or it'll show that they've restocked. Don't let Blizzard employees know that. Colonists get milk fullness faster than cows. It's too bad in vanilla you can't milk humans. Leaves you with an unsettling feeling. What happened to Sacradol? They're still there. I was just wanting to keep a close eye on this malaria, but I think we're all right. All right, so let's take a look at what this looks like. Here we go. So people wanted to know, this is the tile that we've been dumping our waste on for a long, long time. So we're gonna look and see what a 100% pollution map that we've dumped waste on all game, what it looks like. All right, here we go. A gene that lets you milk people for chem fuel. Why can't we milk impids for chem fuel? All right, here we are. It is just, let's turn this on. It's 100%. It's just a desolate wasteland of crazy trees. Toxalope. There's the Toxalope. Look at them. They look so sad. Here they come. They don't even have any protective gear or anything. I've made Phoenix. Let's see. Toxic buildup got to 29% just staying there for a couple of seconds. Wow. 29% toxic buildup. Crazy. Crazy. That was pretty fast, actually. So making a maze where it's completely toxic seems pretty viable, because that drops consciousness already. So if you make a toxic maze, and as long as your people don't go in there without protective gear, you can actually drop raider consciousness by the time they get to you. Not a mechs, obviously, but everything else. So seems like toxic tunnels are going to be viable for sure. For sure. Man, crazy. Next run, yeah, or yeah, maybe. We'll see. I'm definitely gonna do a waster run too. Toxic buildup should cause random genetic mutations instead of just cancer. You cry if it happened to you. How's it going, Bill? Blinksy, welcome in. It's still going up because they're still in a polluted area. Yeah. Won't the buildup spread through your base too? No. It doesn't. It's not. It doesn't transfer. Oh, do you mean if I made the tunnel? No, you can keep it where you want. Like, this has been this size the entire game. So you just make this. You just dump your bags and let them deteriorate in the tunnel. We can actually just do some of that right now. And see how it works against humanoid raiders. And just have our mechs do it. Yeah, the caravan's going to keep getting toxic. Oh, you mean how much? Yeah, my bad. I don't know how much they gained while standing on top of it. Yeah, you're right. I thought you meant on the way back. Yeah, they are getting it going through it. And he obviously got some while he was standing over there before I went in. Do open vents let toxic gas pass through? It doesn't for other types of gas. I haven't tested it with toxic gas, but... just pollute them and send one guy with a gas mask to watch them suffer. I can just kite them around until they lose consciousness. So we can do something like... if we get bugs spawning there, it's gonna be a bad time though. I don't want to have to clean up the bugs. I guess we just burn them, right? I guess we just burn them. Like right here would be a great place to pollute because enemies would man, this doesn't seem like a great idea. Oh well. I'm supposed to be getting ready for ship launch. All right, let's see. Lifter. Unrestricted. It's way too much. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, but I'm gonna make just the mechs carry it. We'll stop it after we carry a couple. Can you have pet insects and mechs at the same time? Yeah, you can. Yeah. Toxic attracts. Yeah, it'll attract the cocoons. Yeah. Which might end up being a problem, but oh well. That's for future us to worry about, I guess. Where's that little bot? I didn't put that one back. Here we go. Yeah, there are new insect events that are tied to pollution. Yeah, the new cocoons, not the... I mean, there's still the old hive thing. There's also cocoons now. Thank you, Leo. Good to see success recently. Thank you. Yeah, it's been crazy. Join the expansion too. Yeah. I have been. So we're not gonna probably let him fill all this, but we'll let him fill some. Any genetic traits let you eat raw meat? Yes. There's two. There's one that makes so you don't get food poisoning, and there's one that gives you the ability to get extra nutrition off of raw foods. So you can have both of those. Robust raw nutrition multiplier times 180%, and then strong stomach, immune to food poisoning. So if you get both of those, then yeah, you can just eat raw meat with no downside. What are the red dots in the base? Oh, that's pollution from those pumps. Let me turn that back off. All right, let that hauler bot do his thing. You go about getting large amounts of components during late game. Just make them. So one of the most important resources to get to in the game, especially before your map is out of components, if you don't want to just go out buying all the time. I mean, buy components anyway, I still do. But you want to get to fabrication. Once you get fabrication, you make the fabrication bench, and then you can make your own components just out of steel. And you can get infinite steel on your map once you get to ground penetrating scanner. Like, look at how much resources are on my map just right now. We're just scanning more every day. So like just inside my walls, there are tens of thousands of steel. So I suggest getting to ground penetrating scanner, deep drilling, and fabrication. But fabrication is the one that allows you to make your own components out of steel. If you do run your map out before you get there, then before you can get to any of that stuff for whatever reason, then you're gonna have to go trade or whatever to get one of those scanners, either long or short. You couldn't get the ground penetration scanner to work? What do you mean? That run with all the meteors? Yeah, the Winston Waves run. All right, so there's something else. I'm guessing I know what you mean, Millie, but if I'm wrong about what you're asking, let me know. But let's go into the work tab and look at research. Ground penetrating scanner is a research job, and it is the lowest tier research. So if you have any other research ahead of it, any other one of these tasks ahead of it, they will not use the ground penetrating scanner. So if you have a free research bench with a research queued up, they will do that first. They will study a downed ship or the Arco Nexus. They will use the long range scanner first. They'll even create xenogerms first. Ground penetrating scanner is the very last research job people will do. So what that means is, let's say you have someone set for a 1 in research, they will literally do everything else before they do the ground penetrating scanner. So if you have any of that other stuff to do, they're going to do that first. How do you use gene packs that you extract from people? You make the xenogerm for them at the gene assembler. So you want the genes in a gene bank attached to the gene assembler, and then you use the gene assembler. Mine are not turned on, but Skitter use it for grabbing hides. That's right. So all these have different tiers. So like if you hover over cleaning, you can see the different tiers. Everything has its sub jobs in it. Like you can look at like hauling. Look at all of hauling. So if you're wondering like why aren't they bringing things to a blueprint, they have to do all these other things first if you have all those to do. How my defense and walls work. This is just a very basic kill box that I'm using. It's just literally cover 28 tiles away from where they come in, and there's a maze on the way that has a place to burn in it, but that's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward. And then I have this over here to throw EMPs from. Oh yeah, the Star Deus thing is supposed to, yeah, that's done, Morbo. I'm sorry, I need to delete it from the bot. Yeah, if you have any specific questions, album cover, let me know. But yeah, if you want your scanner to be used more often, set more people to research. So as you see here, what I usually do is I literally set everyone to a 4 on research and then some people for a 1. And then every time I see someone idle, I'll throw down another research bench or a scanner. No, not in this run. I haven't made any custom ones really. That's going to be our next one probably. All right, I think we're all over all this. Let's see here. Experiment. You're no stranger to murder. Wait, why don't I just arrest them? Yeah. We need more blood banks anyway. And there's no adaption right now, so. Be able to change those individual priorities. Always a mod for that. There is, yeah. There is a mod called Work Tab mod. There might be others that allows you to change the priorities of the sub jobs. My preferred way of getting plasteel at this stage, I just deep drill it all because we have so much. Will a waste burn? Yes, yes it will. There's one called complex jobs as well. But yeah, I just, again, I'm just deep drilling it. Like, look, here's thousands of plasteel right here. There's thousands of plasteel right here. If you don't have that going, then long range mineral scanner can be good. Set it to plasteel. Or that's the big two. You can also trade for it, of course. What's the best use for plasteel? Plasteel is used for a lot of end-game crafting. So it's also the highest HP wall and door and stuff like that, but it still opens quickly as a door. So I try to use it, obviously for like advanced crafting, right? You're going to need it for like power armors and things like that, but also I try to use it for places like on the killbox where HP matters, because it has more HP than uranium, than any of the stones, anything. Yeah, if you make the long-range mineral scanner, make sure you set it to what you want to find. You can't do that with a ground penetrating, but you can do it with a long range. Barry Mac, welcome back. 235 bits. Thank you, Barry Mac. Very much appreciated. Thank you for the additional bits. Got another masterwork gun. Okay, Brozankian, you can have it. Mod VGP. Metal yielding plants is an OP. Yeah, I mean, use it if you want, yeah. Yeah, plasteel's pretty heavy, so if you do the long range mineral scanner, definitely make sure you take enough bodies to bring it all back. How do you force the enemy into your kill box? I have a guide on it, a short guide. Type exclamation pathing, and it goes over all that. Exclamation pathing. If you watch that, it has timestamps and everything. If you watch that and you have more questions about it, let me know. Is hemogen farm a mod? It is not. It's part of biotech. So if you have biotech, click on your person or the prisoner. Click on prison or prisoner. Oh my god. Not this again. Click on prisoner, and then in there, if they're not a vampire, because you can't take blood from them if they're a vampire. Good job, baby vampire. So I'll show again. Click on prisoner, and then in here you'll have hemogen farm. You click that and make sure they have some kind of medicine. You can't do it. You can't do it for a sanguophage. It has to be a non-sanguophage to get blood from them. Is there a mod yet to randomize genes on starting ponds? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go, Minoc. You're late. Oh no, this is like your first time being tardy. Minoc, what's up? No, thank you, Minoc. Getting excited for Ragnarok? I am. I just wish I had more time to play it. Yeah. Count the days, yeah. It's been my most anticipated game for a really long time. Yeah. A lot more steel. Recruit Zandy. I've been thinking about it for quite a while. I guess we might as well at this stage. All right, Zandy. Your time has come. I need even more hemogen. All right, we'll do it. Zandy. He's been in prison for like 4 years or something. Just 4 years, it's fine. Let's see. All right, we got quite a bit of plasteel. I might replace some of this. I'm not sure yet. Bill's been, yeah, he's been there for a very long time. Any way to manipulate breacher AI pathing? You can, but it's super exploitive. You can make it so breachers literally won't come to your base. Why did I place concrete everywhere? To increase movement speed. Movement speed's pretty important, especially during the ship launch. We need to get around to the outside of the base and kill breachers. There is an exploit that I used during the cheese run to make it so breachers go literally wherever you want. It's very exploitive though. If you're going to do it, you probably just might as well turn them off. But what breacher AI, there's two different kinds of breacher AI, but I'll just go over the basic one, the most common. So there's two breacher AIs, but the basic one, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get to an assigned, or they're trying to get to a sleeping spot or bed. We'll just put it that way. So if none of your colonists, if you have no sleeping spots or beds in your base, they will go wherever the beds are. So what I did in my cheese run is I had pain as virtue, so people didn't care about comfort. And then I had everyone zoned for inside the walls, but then I had their beds where they couldn't go to them in the corner. So what happens is breachers spawn and they literally just go hang out at the beds until they start starving to death and leave if they're humans, or mechs will just literally stay at the sleeping spots forever until another raid comes and takes care of them. So you can exploit it that way if you want. Now there is another kind of breach raid that you can guide to where you want without that exploit, and that is smart breachers. If you see the note, sometimes it'll say it's smart breacher, that they'll try to avoid traps and stuff. Smart breachers work similarly to how sappers work, where they'll try to avoid turrets. So if you get a ring of turret line of sight to guide sappers, it will also generally guide smart breachers, but normal breachers will still just break through where the crap ever if there's a sleeping spot in your base. That's how it works at the moment. What status of the racetrack? It's just a minor racetrack now. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna have time to finish it today. We have more die coming, so maybe I'll at least just start on another side of it. All right, Zandy. Zandy, the racetrack. One of the greatest time. Being in the stream, one of the greatest moments of the playthrough. Just loved it. All right, Zandy, let's see who you really are after all this time in prison. Reveal your true self, Zandy. Heding. Okay. Oh god, Yoshi. Yoshi's probably dead. Yeah, Yoshi's basically dead. It'll be a miracle if we can get down there in time. Where's on our way. He does have good armor, so... Oh, he's still not dead. He's still not down yet. Oh, he's gonna survive. Or he just soloed that wolf with an EMP grenade. Wow, marine armor pretty good. Wait a minute. He doesn't have marine armor. I mean, he has the helmet. Yoshi. Just with only 4 melee, just beat a wolf to death with an EMP grenade without taking any bleed damage. Whoa. At 82 years old. Wow. Wow. Way to go, Yoshi. And then he picks up steel to carry home. Very nice. Excellent. Just headbutted it. What are the injuries on it? Let's take a look. That's just his name, yeah. He shattered its jaw. He beat it to death with his prosthetic arm. Grumpy old man angry. Can't believe he survived that. I really thought he was dead. Earned his spot on the ship. I don't know about that part. Don't mess with Yoshi. Wolf should have been on our lawn. All the way at the edge of the map. Poor Mac in the burn box. He's doing his job, man. Look at him. He's doing his job. Here comes more troll paint. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Troll paint? What? That was pretty good though. Predicted that yesterday. We predicted that would happen. We made the plans, we put them in place, and it paid off. You're impressed of how straight of a face I could hold. I was trying not to laugh. Every now and then I had to like scratch my face because I was trying not to laugh. Let's go make a QR code somehow. I do want to do that sometime. But yeah, overall. What are the waste packs in the kill box? I'm gonna try to pollute this area and see against humanoid raiders if it impacts them by the time they get to the kill box. Might be good at poker. I used to play poker, yeah. Just trying to make the base area pretty, not just in-game stat pretty. Nope. The more people ask me to do that, the less likely I am to do it. Just to be completely honest with you. I see the kappa though. It's going cookie. AdamandDong.com. Just one of those old internet meme sites like Zombocom. Does Zombocom still exist? You go there and it's just like a very plain site with like clouds and stuff, and it's randomly this guy thanking you for being at Zombocom nonstop. That's all it does. That's all the site is. Don't play RimWorld. Make it OnlyFans. Actually, should OnlyFans. Yeah. Your no merging room already has over 20 doors. You can do anything at Zombocom. I'm glad I'm not the only one that... Welcome to Zombocom. Glad I'm not the only one who remembers that. Let's go ahead and jam. Already welcome in. It still exists. That's interesting. I haven't been there in like 15 years. It still has a repeating background image. Nice. Excellent. Perfect. As it should be. Forever and ever. Let's go in Lucifer.
Welcome in.
No, but I used to play poker a whole lot. It's interesting how many people went from competitive StarCraft Brood War into poker. But then there was that Black Friday event. What? The event where you get things for cheap? No. Where the Department of Justice banned online poker in the United States and locked, and all my funds and all those accounts got locked. And then I was like, oh crap. And then I basically stopped playing. And I've never really picked it back up. Your friend, oh, you showed them a couple weeks ago. Isn't that interesting how that works? Like, I haven't thought about that in forever. And then I mentioned it, and sure enough, like, you have just had it in your life recently, like a couple of weeks ago. Biotech? Yes, we were playing Biotech yet. You got lucky and withdrew about 2 weeks prior. Can I back? Barracks? Doors? Yes, yeah, you can make walls out of it, just all doors, yeah. Is this RimWorld Biotech? It is, yes. You're a little shocked to hear me bring it up. Yeah, it's weird how that works. There's a name for that. I can't remember what it is. Where you don't hear anything about something for a long time, and then it comes to your mind, and then all of a sudden you hear it multiple times right after. Ah, yes, MANHUNTER. There we go. Is it playthrough of Biotech? Let's play first run? Yeah, Biotech. RimWorld DLC Biotech. It's ideology. We do have ideology as well, yeah. All the DLCs are here. All the DLCs. We've got them all. We got sympathy. Wow. Haven't seen a name with that kind of theme yet. We got Joey. Okay. We got Black. Y2. We actually have 3. It's incredibly important, especially on 500% difficulty, to have backups, and even more so during ship launch. Because let's say we have a raid and we use this kill area, and this gets mostly destroyed, but it's you know, it's still kind of usable. And then we immediately have another raid during that raid, and we have to line up again. And then all this crap gets destroyed. And then we have another raid. It's like, well, crap. Now they can shoot us from down there. They don't go where I want. I can just go shut this door, any of these doors, and then open this one, and then we can use this one while this side gets repaired, and vice versa. So usually I make an early game kill box, and then I leave it as a backup all the way throughout the game. Sometimes reinforcing it, sometimes not. So backups and backups and backups for ship launch, because ship launch is really crazy. We're gonna get like 25 raids in 15 days. So, and then this is here just to prove that it still worked. It's so crazy. Like, you're definitely, no matter what you do, or what I do, I'm gonna get the other end of it, you know. But anyway, a lot of people came in and they were like, Singularity box must not be working because you're not using it. I guess it doesn't work at 1.4. Why aren't you using it? Why aren't you using it? Just nonstop, right? And I had to keep explaining why I wasn't using it. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to friggin' build one to show you that it still works and that it works against bosses. And I won't use it after that, really. But I'm just going to make it to show you. I make it, and then someone comes in and is like, all you do is use that overpowered kill box. You use it every playthrough. Why don't you try playing through the game without using that exploitive kill box? And literally, it happened yesterday, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I can't win no matter what I do. Why aren't you using it? Why aren't you using it? Why aren't you using it? Why are you using it? That is exactly right, Fox, yeah. Mortar Baby has their arms, yep. Welcome to the internet, yep. It was just like, holy crap. Like, almost immediately. How are you using it? So anyway, I took my vengeance today with our racetrack. How to use the EMP. So EMP can travel through corners. So you just have a little cut in and then you throw the EMP. That's in the guide too at Expedition Killbox. Let's go in, Scuba Man. Rimming, that's right. All right, we are making some more Mechanitor for this ship launch. Top of the chem fuel generator still work? Yes, the corner punch still works, yep. That abuses part of corner punch, yep. The box doesn't work if you're mostly a melee colony. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you need some decent shooters, yeah. Or shooters at least. Low hemogen, I can't do anything about it. We literally don't have more, so I know. But these are all the prisoners we have. I'm gonna be doing some more of these, hopefully get some more prisoners, but the Singularity explanation video is really good. Thank you. Apparently I should have done more hand holding, and I don't mean it in like a negative way, but I had and again, this is a fine comment, but I get things on that comments every day telling me that it doesn't work anymore when it literally does, and they're doing something wrong and they just cannot believe that they're doing something wrong. And this comment wasn't directly that, but someone earlier, I didn't think about that I needed to really explain other basic concepts that I mentioned in the video. So there's two that really pop up a lot. One, people will build it. They will set the door to hold open and they won't open the door. And then they tell me, I don't know what's going on. They just come in here and they just attack this barricade. Just the other day, I had someone arguing paragraphs, telling me I was trolling and it doesn't work because the raids just come and they just stop here and they just destroy that barricade and then they beat on that door. And I'm like, they literally can't beat on the door if the door is held open. Is the door held open? Yeah, the door is held open. No, like literally the door has to be open. Well, no, the door is not open. I'm like, raiders are not going to walk through the door if it's not open. What do you want? How am I supposed to explain that? Why am I supposed to explain that? It's like, so anyway, when you make it and you have the door held open, you have to literally open the door. Raiders are not going to do it for you. So that's one of them, right? So I get that every day. Every day. You have to have the door open. You have to have all of the doors open. You can't just set it and be like, oh, well, now the raiders are going to open it for me. It doesn't work that way, all right? Another one I get pretty often, and I got it today, and this one is more understandable why people don't know, but it is a basic concept in RimWorld that I should probably put a beginner guide on. Someone was like, I don't understand how you reset it. We finally they were like, I got it set up and it's working, but I can't kill them all before they get here. And then I don't understand because when I shut the doors behind me to reset it, then they just start attacking random walls. And in the video, I very clearly explain and show in two different parts that yes, if you close it, you have to have a new pathable area for them to go to. So if you shut this door and you have no other entrance to their base, yes, they're going to start breaking stuff. But if you have what I do, I open another section. You'll see me open this or open a back door, or you have to have another section. So there's a lot of little things that you have to get right to get this to work, but it does still work. And a lot of the things I didn't go into more detail explaining because I didn't think I would need to. But apparently with some of these, I should really, especially the door part, I should really do like explain like I'm 5 sort of thing. Because yes, you need the doors actually open. You can't just set them as open and raiders are going to open them for you or something. It's very bizarre that I get that comment like every day. My solution for waste, I just dump it on an enemy tile with drop pods. Yes, in the video, I say that you have to have all the doors open and you have to hold them open. That's what I mean. Like, I say that in the video. I definitely say to leave all the doors open. But then a lot of the people just think you set it to open and don't actually open them for some reason. It's I have no idea. But anyway, I have to be very hand-holdy with those. Throw waste on other waste. Yeah, just dump it on already polluted tiles. So the pathing guide is super clear. I get comments on that every day too. Like I said though, you can't expect everyone to know, but it's okay. It doesn't make me upset or angry. It just sometimes it is just like face palmy when I wake up and I have 3 different comments that are like, guys, stop using this, it no longer works. It's like, no, stop telling people that. What's wrong with you? No matter how much I explain it, some people are going to get it wrong and think it's not them, yeah. I don't understand what a door is. Can you explain what a door is? No. So the waste of wasters, yeah, because you can't ally them anyway. All right, do we have enough stuff to send off to trade? So I would really like to go see if we can trade one time before we do the ship launch. And I think we probably have enough silver, but I'm going to double check. High subcores are worth 1,000 each. I don't think I'm going to make more boss mechs. Let's go trade some of those. They're just brains. Yeah. Like I said, it doesn't upset me, but sometimes it's just like frustrating. I'll get up and I'll have notifications on my phone where like someone has submitted 5 different comments asking why I'm trolling people and this thing doesn't work and I need to delete the video because it no longer works in 1.4, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. Maybe I should delete now. I actually don't have as much silver left as I really thought. Not really. Not really. Wow, we've used like 1,000 gold in the last couple days. Pretty nuts too. Pretty nuts. All right, let's head on. Have 5 comments a day. Ask for a guide on it. Yeah, it's fine. It's just that's just the life of posting stuff on the internet. Please take 30 minutes out of your time right now and break down for me 5 or 5. It's going, by the way, Lunar. Where's Experience? He's still there. He's number 6 up on the list there. We got to make sure we death rest him before the ship launch too. It's easier to make the comment. Yeah, that's true. Seven insane ways that you're playing RimWorld wrong. I do have plans to put out a lot of like mini guides instead. So the guides like that Smurf and I have been doing the last few times, that they take a long time. The next one that's coming out is a really long one that takes a lot of time, research, you know, getting the numbers, making sure they're right, testing it, getting clips, getting charts, all that stuff, right? The big long guides. But I am going to start doing some really short ones too. They're like 1 to 3 minutes. That way that are just like one very narrow tip or topic that I don't have to go into supreme detail over. I have some of those coming out. Even some very basic ones like opening a door on the other side of your base, like literally, like for this. But and you know, maybe it'll help someone. Maybe it'll help someone. But the best thing about having lots of little things like those, just a tip. Just a tip. The best thing about having lots of those is I can link those when someone does have a problem. Like, it's like, wait a minute, what do you mean by kiting? How do you kite? And where like I have a long history of kiting in all kinds of different games, I sometimes overlook that kiting isn't, even the term itself isn't, you know, known by everyone that's playing RimWorld, and definitely the action of doing it and how to maximize it is not. So little things like that, like, all right, here's how you can kite in RimWorld, sort of thing. I was trying to be very careful in how I said it, yeah. Two-hour guide on how to open and hold doors. 2 hours. 2 hours. Person out there who struggles with the concept of a door makes you feel marginally better about your RimWorld skills. Shocked you were timed out. Well, I mean, Lunar's a mod, and she was leading us into it, so you know. Makes kites specifically for kiting. Taped a gun to it or something. No. Excellent, excellent. I think I'm done with genes for this playthrough, so we'll just get the resources from those. RimWorld has doors. But no, it's fun sometimes to talk about the crazy comments. Obviously, like I said, they don't really make me angry. Just make me do a facepalm every now and then. But yeah, I mean, you can never win no matter what you do. So whether it's guides or playthroughs or anything, it's like I'm literally getting comments on this playthrough on YouTube that's like, you're only having an easy time because of killboxes. I bet you couldn't do this without a killbox. And I'm like, I have an entire playthrough right before this one that's 5% no pause, no killbox, no cover. And then that person will go like watch some of it and they'll make a comment and they're like, yeah, but I bet you couldn't do it without shooting specialists. I'm like, all right. Yep, sure, I can't. I really don't care. It's like, but yeah, there's no winning. There's no winning. You're playing the game wrong. The donkeys, yeah, they're starving, but we're getting them off the map, so. Same people like struggle on builder, yeah. I did a nomad playthrough in like 1.0 and I just didn't have fun. So I try to tell people that all the challenges that I do, I try to make sure that I'm actually going to enjoy doing it because I don't want to burn myself out, right? It's my job. I'm going to be playing this thousands of hours this year. So I don't want to do something that I'm just miserable doing. I just really did not have fun with the nomadic one. I didn't even finish it. I just didn't like it. Do they actually bother me? No, they don't bother me. No, I actually have a folder where I save a lot of the funny, just facepalm ones. I still complain about them, but it doesn't actually bother me. Bet you couldn't beat RimWorld without building. The next melee run is for the people. That's true. Yeah, I'm actually... A lot of people have jokingly been like, well, maybe you should try beating it with no walls. And I'm like, that's impossible. And then I'm like, is it? Could we beat the game with no walls? So I actually have that in the back of my head. Like, could I actually beat the entire game on 500% no pause with no walls? I don't think so. But maybe. A lot of turrets. No, turrets wasn't even what I was thinking about. I have some ideas. Research mentioned flowers. Mountain. Well, no, not a mountain. I mean like an open map. Like no wall. Literally no walls. That's no housing yet. Yeah. Doors and columns. I don't think that would be allowed either. No buildings, basically. Just use all doors. No, no, that's not what I meant. Heat wave or cold snap. Well, that's what I was thinking. It might be actually possible now with the starting genes. Like we can make starting genes that are, and combine starting genes with the ideology like rough living, where they have slightly higher temperature tolerance or tolerance range, and it might actually be possible. It might technically be possible. So would that actually be fun to try? Maybe for a little while, and if it's like, oh yeah, okay, this is not possible. What are all the green blinking lights? Those are band nodes from Biotech. Each one of these is giving our Mechanitor more bandwidth, which means more mechs. More mechs. We got Deuce. Deuce. I think Deuce is wild. Hopefully he never goes wild. And Handy. 53 bandwidth at the moment, yeah. Why do you keep the killbox to the left? Someone was just asking that too, and it's for backup. So especially in ship launch. Yeah, I don't need more than 2 groups. You can get more. But during ship launch, if one of them... We're going to get like 25 raids. 25 10,000 raid point raids in like 15 days. And so having backups is very important because it's very probable that one is going to get destroyed. One is going to get to the point where it is going to need repaired before we can use it again. And so in the meantime, we can use the slightly worse backup. In fact, I might just go ahead and make the backup better. Or fix it. It has some problems right now. Okay. It's good enough, I think. Ever try to do a solo colony? Yeah, I do. I have a long time ago. Very long time ago. And not on the hard, let's like back in the early days, not even on the hardest difficulty stuff. I do want to try a solo Mechanitor as well, yeah. Timeline to launch. We are going to hit the button to launch in about probably 30 or 40 minutes as long as we get enough steel in time. I need steel to repair and build stuff during the launch. That progression, massive around scanners, pressing the beds. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. So I had something, Diego. Let me know if this is what you're thinking too. But I had something on I had a list of guides to make, and one of them was game stages or whatever. So like early game. Here's the things that I think you should get to that are important early game. Here's what I think about mid game. That sort of thing, I'm guessing. I've also thought about doing an over-explains run, but I don't have time right now. So the over-explain run would be me, probably not on stream, me playing a playthrough and probably maybe just on like Losing is Fun and just literally over-explaining every single thing as if it were a guide as I go. So not like in the beginning where I'm like just throwing down plants and I'm not talking about it. Like literally at that stage, teach about like, why am I using rice at this early stage? What's the benefit of rice in rich soil over other soils? Why am I settling on this? Why am I settling on this part of the map? What am I looking for when I'm settling on the map itself? Where am I starting to build? So I would like to do that. It would be very, very time consuming. That's the only reason I haven't yet. Solo Mechanitor or Genie, yeah. For the extra crafting, I thought about that too. Sure, there's a lot you'd learn even at 2,000 hours. Yeah, that would. I appreciate you saying that, but it's one of those like dream things that I'd like to get done at some point, but there's just not enough time in the day. But I am hiring a YouTube editor, so if we can get that finally done, maybe I'll actually have some time to make more of these things. I'm made of time. Seems fun for the viewer, but not for me. Yeah, it would be a really huge undertaking. Yeah. You need to wait 2 weeks. You got to sell some Steam inventory, but you have to wait because you're inactive for too long before you can get biotech. Deplorable. Deplorable. Gear. What are the flashing things? Those are band nodes. They give more bandwidth to the Mechanitor, which allows them to have more mechs. Deploy the deplorable. There are many people doing guides. Yours on another level. Thank you. Yeah. And I have nothing against other people's guides. There are some that I don't like or don't agree with, and that's fine too. There are lots of different styles. Like, I won't name them, but there's a style that's more for beginners that are out there, and theirs is more about comedy and memeing and stuff. And that's completely fine. And people like that better. That's awesome. And then there's one out there that's very popular. That's more of a kind of a rambly. They're just like, it's not scripted. They're just talking about stuff and they're pointing things out that they've learned and whatnot. And that's also completely fine. I'm glad that there's so many different people doing it. That way, there's a style out there. That's what I tell people sometimes too when they come to the stream or they come to YouTube and they like hate how I play or whatever. And I'm like, I don't mean this in a negative way. I'm not saying it like hatefully, but literally go find someone else. And I'm saying that for your benefit and mine. Like, there are so many people putting out content for this game that if you don't like the style, or, you know, watch both, whatever. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff out there. But I appreciate you saying that. Needs death rest. Oh, these bind. Can you reset them? Oh, okay, you can. You can. Right? Maybe you can't. No, they bind for good. Look at that. So why can you even unassign it? They should just remove that button. That's interesting. I never noticed that. Yeah, I know. That's he can do it in a bed. I would rather get the casket done, but yeah, it does say permanent, but I just thought it was weird that you could set owner after. I have to make it harder for you. Yeah, I know. This run wasn't intended to be super hard, honestly. This one was not intended to be, so. This was a exploratory run, you know? That is one of the problems too, though, is it's hard not to min-max everything now that I've learned all this stuff and I've been doing it for so long. So it's really hard sometimes to not do that unless it's a specific themed run like the Melee run. And that's one reason why I want to do Melee Season 2. I don't really want to do it, but I'm going to at some point. The next run, actually, that I'm thinking about doing, the genetic one, I'm not going to use a traditional kill box setup. We're still going to use a kill setup, but it's going to be completely different, mostly close range, mostly AoE. So that should be interesting, and that should open up more opportunities to run into problems I haven't run into before, and therefore maybe die. Might be just leftover code. Yeah, probably. Yeah, you can death rest even in a normal bed. Yeah. Yep. The casket is what, like, soul binds to them. A growth moment for important baby. Hey, this is my child's. Yes, it's going to remain a colonist. Nice. Need a higher difficulty. Where plays you? Comment on it. People have wanted me to do a, like, save my save thing where, like, they're in a really bad situation and they give me a save file. And it's like, hey, can you get me out of this? So I wouldn't mind doing that sometime. And again, if I can get this an editor fully hired and whatnot, that we work well together and they do a good job and whatnot, and we have this really good symbiotic relationship of editing, it'll open up a lot of time to do a lot of these ideas. So a backseat only run. Save my save, yeah. Yeah, so those of you that have been here for a while, you know that I really like Total War Warhammer, right? I played it a lot on stream, actually, right before Biotech was announced. And there is a really big YouTuber that that predominantly streams that. And he, for a long time, has done disaster battles where someone has like a, yeah, Legend of Total War. He does disaster battles where, like, someone can't beat the battle. And then he takes the save file and is like, all right, let's see how I would beat this battle using exactly what you have, and let's see if it's possible. I would like to do something like that with RimWorlds. But when is ship launch? About 30 minutes from now. Burn the wood. I'll just let it deteriorate. Should be fine. In melee only run, are EMP grenades and mortars allowed? No, I didn't use either of those. No, I didn't use either of them. Nothing that can be considered range in any way. What's the current wealth? We've been capped for a long time. 540,000. Oh, he's been there for a while. Whoops. Sorry, Mule. I forgot about you. Low shields. Do we want to go on to the next place? I think we will. Oh, right. We're not allied to those people anymore. All right. All right. Detox fire lung. That's interesting. Allowing blah blah negates the irritation of acidic smog, prevents the lung rot in this lung. That's interesting because we have someone that's missing a lung, so we could just use that as a replacement, and it would just be like normal lung plus, right? I think I'm just gonna grab components and stuff that actually help us out here. All right, Mule, we'll bring that stuff back. You know, when you are at raid cap, well, I know kind of based on experience. Basically, when you can tell by the size of the raid and experience, there's also a mod that will show you, but it depends on your difficulty and where your wealth is coming from. So if you tell me what percentage of difficulty you're playing on, I can kind of give you a rough number of around when you probably hit raid cap. So if you click on the difficulty you usually play and then click on custom, the slider should tell you what percentage you play on, and then I can give you a good idea of what yeah, there's a mod that will show you, or just by experience. Yeah, I'll probably do more modded storytellers. They were actually on the list already for me to do, but then, you know, Biotech got announced, so. First mule this run because they fell in love with me, I know. Yeah, I know. What's the wealth on losing is fun? So if you're playing on normal, losing is fun, you're at 220%. So you're generally going to hit raid cap in like the 450,000-ish wealth range, depending on how many colonists you have. What I want from a perfect hard storyteller? I don't know. I really liked Igor, and I really like Winston Waves. I don't think they make a lot of sense for the base game, though, just in general. But I wouldn't mind if there was like a Randy Cassandra hybrid or something. Like, let's imagine Randy, but he has something built in to where if he hasn't just happened to roll a major event within a certain number of days, he's forced to roll one, you know? I think that would be nice. I think having the randomness part still there, but if he goes to sleep, force something, you can still game that a little bit, obviously, if you know the timing, but I would like that. Cassandra. It's only 10 for peaceful, 30 for community builder, 60 for adventure mode, 100 for strive to survive. Okay, so the only ones where you'll ever reach raid cap then are strive to survive, blood and dust, and losing is fun. So you can only hit raid cap at 100% or more. Anything lower than 100% and you won't. Like a slider that controls frequency of major events, yeah. Just like threat scale, that would be nice, and just have that with all storytellers, yeah. There's a mod for 2 active storytellers, yeah. Break down the kill boxes. This one is just a very basic one. It's literally just cover 28 tiles away from where the enemies enter. And this one is very complex. I have an entire guide on it. If you type exclamation kill box, you'll see the guide on it. That one I'm not going to use unless we get into like really dire straits here. But all right, I think I'm going to go ahead and death rest everyone to get their death rests out of the way before we launch the ship. Let's see. How long until these babies grow up? At least to 3. So that one needs 1 more quadrum. Okay, so just 1 more quadrum and we won't have to worry about crying babies, so that's good. Let's go ahead and change this dye over. How's our medicine situation? It's probably enough for this. We change dye over. I want to get some more extra food going, actually. Wouldn't mind switching over to find meals for this last little bit. We're over on power during the day, so I could make another hydroponic here if we get enough steel brought in time. Do we have all these mining steel right now? These 2 are not. Okay. Just starting run today? Probably not. The ship launch usually takes like 4 hours, so it'll probably take the rest of it. Yeah, there's a hot seat mod too that randomly switches storytellers either with or without telling you, I think. We'll stream in after the ship launch. It depends. So what I'm thinking is if we do manage to do the ship launch quick enough to where the stream isn't at the normal ending time, I'll probably go ahead and start setting up the scenario and the ideology and stuff like that for the next run. But I'll just save them. I doubt we'll actually start the new run. I've done playthroughs with no barracks, yeah. I usually always go back to barracks just because they're so good, but yeah. Yeah, there's no way to check right now, Boots, unfortunately. The Twitch API has been really wonky for months now, and so if we end up checking it, it locks me out from choosing names for like a couple hours, which is annoying. All right, Yoshi. Did you not bring the animals back, Yoshi? Yoshi, you should know how to do this by now. I don't know. Yeah, I played Oscar for a couple hours. It was really silly. I wouldn't mind doing a full run eventually. Like when biotech stuff settles down, you know. Classic Yoshi. Can't live without barracks after watching the stream for so long. They're so good, yeah. I'm asked it a lot. I want to get a guide about that out as well, but I don't think we ever opened those caskets. 20-year run with the children. Still need more power. Can I do a TLDR why barracks are better than bedrooms? Barracks are very space and wealth efficient, especially in the early game. But imagine if I had 29 bedrooms. It would literally be this size. So space efficient matters for a lot because of movement time, getting to jobs and defensive positions. That's one. It also matters. The space also matters because more area that you have to heat or cool. Like there's a lot to it, but basically it just takes up a lot more space. It's a lot more wealth and therefore a lot more raiders and lost work time because you're moving further. Yeah, travel time is longer, which is wasted time. Travel time is always wasted time. So that's the first reason. The second reason is that you can combine the barracks with other room types to combine all the benefits. So this room is getting unbelievably impressive barracks buff, which is a +3. It's getting unbelievably impressive dining and rec, which I think are like +8 each. It's either 7 or 8 each. Plus it's getting beautiful environment, plus spacious environment. And it's getting that for all the different rooms without putting in extra. So again, very wealth efficient, but they're also getting all those buffs a ton, and they're getting, or a ton of buffs, and they're getting them twice a day because of my biphasic schedule. So long story short, there's only 2 downsides to barracks. Really. -3 disturbed sleep. Well, 3, I guess, because of drop pods. -3 disturbed sleep. Slightly less maximum mood because bedrooms can get a couple extra points on them, obviously, from if you get all the bedrooms unbelievably impressive. And the third is they're more susceptible to drop pods. But everything else, barracks wins out. So you can get that mood elsewhere, you know, but they're just really, really strong. You only give them to royals. I only make royals out of ascetics, and ascetics don't care about barracks. Do I think they deserve to get nerfed? I don't. It's most people still use bedrooms. I don't think they need nerfed. Like I could understand if they did do it, but it is like a single player game, and I think most players don't use barracks in general, especially after the early game. So I don't think they really need to nerf them, so to say. But if they did, like if they made barracks so that barracks couldn't count as other rooms, like literally a barracks can no longer count as dining, recreation, etc. I would still use the barracks because they're so strong. I would still do it. But that would be probably what I would... If they ever changed it, I could see them changing it so that barracks can only be... A room can only be that designation, right? They can't have other bonuses, so... Beds can... Yeah, beds provide a very little bit of cover, but yeah, you can. 40%. Better than nothing. Or buff bedrooms instead. They can make some of the stuff in bedrooms just cost less wealth. That would be a good one. Hot fix overnight now. How much Luciferin do we have? 36. Yeah, and the thing is, a lot of people are like, do you think they should make disturbed sleep higher? Well, apparently the developers think no, because disturbed sleep used to stack higher, and they've changed it. So that got patched a couple years ago. In fact, I used bedrooms much more before 1.1. I think it was 1.1 that changed them, because back then, that was the exact problem, right? Like, you would get incredible disturbed sleep. So it was like, all right, well, I'll make friggin' bedrooms then. Of course, there's even more ways to deal with mood these days too, so. Death, a Militor named Death. Devil, oh God. What's happening here? Blank. Whoops. Criminal. Excellent, excellent. Bolts. Yeah, Dryads got kind of a buff because now pruning is based off additional stats compared to what it used to be. Yoshi, what are you doing? So now manipulation and global work speed or whatever helps with pruning, and it didn't before. So now pruning should be faster. Has 1.4. Did it so the way Disturb Sleep used to work is it used to just stack more times. Right now it stacks to a maximum of -3, so 3 instances of it. But a long time ago, it actually stacked way. I don't remember the maximum, but it used to be a lot more. Whoops. Was the maximum like 9 or something? 9? I don't remember, but it used to have a much harsher maximum. Planting aptitude, yeah, with the extra plant skill, yeah. Had an alpaca get hit by lightning. I don't know what it is about animals getting hit by lightning in this game. You think it was 9? Sounds right. Go juice. Oh yeah, and you can have the higher manipulation from like smooth tail, elongated fingers. You know, go juice. You got bionic arms. Yeah, you can. I wonder how fast you can get pruning now that's the case. Check that out sometime. It was 9. Thank you. Sometimes you ran away from the extra weapons like a sniper rifle, but when we arrive, the horses go to sleep. Can't seem to get them to drop the item in question. So sometimes your people will have them in their inventory instead. But yeah, you can just click on the animal, and then you can click on the items or whatever if they have any. You'll see the pack on them. So you can click on the item, and then you can have them manually drop them, or you can right-click. You can grab someone and right-click on the animal and have them unload. Both will unload it. But sometimes the pawns themselves will have put it in their inventory, and you might have to check the pawns to drop it. Not sure if that's what's happening on yours, but those are some common things that happen. Is wake up addiction worth the benefits of wake up? If you can keep them, if you can have enough wake up, then yeah, wake up is very, very good. It's very good. For sure. Advantage that dryads have over mechs though. Dryads are no wealth, no raid points, and they don't have any kind of consumption. They don't eat, they don't need electricity. So I think dryads should still be buffed a little bit, especially with how good mechs are. But one of the benefits of dryads are they literally are, you know, no wealth at all. Let's go on R squared, welcome in. Yeah, and you do get bonds to them, which kind of sucks though. Dryads can be emergency food. That's true too. Okay, I think we're about ready. Could make some more Militor. We're at 69 bandwidth. Nice, nice. Vampires are quite strong. Yeah, they need to change the vampire UI. Have you guys seen that screenshot? It's in the Discord and on Reddit. But someone did a run where they had like 9 vampires, and when you select, all their skills are separate in here, and it literally covered the entire screen. Creating chemical warfare, just a little bit. Just a little bit. But they need to make that UI different because it was really crazy. How are we doing on drugs? Okay. Dryads are no raid points yet. Dryads are no wealth at all. Yeah, they basically don't count as anything. Which is one of their strengths, yeah. What is this about? Maestro called Minox's nephew a demon. It's good I'm not drowning in the water anymore, though. Toxic streamer. Well, maybe you should stop acting like a demon if you don't want to be called a demon. Fix your behavior. Or own it. Alternate storytellers, have you seen Alfred Ancient from the Vanilla Expanded? I've looked at all the Vanilla Expanded ones. Focuses on keeping it low up population. Oh, is that one? Yeah, I didn't remember that. Soft cap of 5 with super pawns. Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't remember that being that one for some reason, but yeah, I have read that one. I recognize the name anyway, but I didn't remember the specifics. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, little one. Love the vanilla extended ancients vaults. I've heard a lot of people are having some problems with vanilla expanded stuff right now that's making it so that pawns will not shoot at enemies. I haven't tried any of it, but I know that's a pretty common thing right now. Either way, I'm going to wait a while before I grab any more mods, of course. Monster. Look at that pig. R squared has caught up to you in hours since the rim has bored us. Resistance is futile. Is there any point this run you thought you had lost? Yeah, a couple points early. We got a really rough breach raid and a really rough drop pod raid. Actually, 2 drop pod raids that were scary. Aside from that, not really. I've ever played with... Yeah, I used to play with more than one settlement a lot, but they changed it so it's not as worthwhile anymore. So, used to, I almost always settled a second settlement. And I still do in like extreme challenge runs. But the reason I used to do it is that each settlement used to be separate, not just in wealth, but in population curve and population intent. So what that meant was that if you had a second settlement, that settlement would get an easier time getting recruits, getting prisoners. You would get more join events and stuff like that. So before ideology, what I would do is I would settle a second small setup that was just completely self-sustaining. And I would have them there just getting more recruits. And then I would send the good recruits over. And then I'd banish or kill the ones that weren't good recruits. And so I used to do that a lot. But they changed that in 2 ways. One, ideology made it so you could just recruit at your base with the festivals and whatnot. But also, they literally changed it so that the second base actually does not get its own population curve and intent anymore. So second bases can still be useful. They can still be useful as a backup in case your main base falls and you can continue your save file without starting over. They can also be used as like mining bases or production bases to send over to the other one. But the main thing I used to use them for was to get more population, and that's no longer the case. Self-sustaining colony, definitely wouldn't starve and eat each other. And as far as it being a hit on the computer, it didn't seem to be. I don't know why, but having multiple bases never seemed to make it any worse. Do drop pod raids still target trade beacons? At a 40% rate, Center drop pirates have a 40% chance to land on an unpowered, or not unpowered, an unroofed trade beacon. What a cool road. Yeah, it's perfect. This road is perfect. Immaculate. Thanks. North knows no limits. We're just getting the final finishing touches here, and then we are going to hit that ship launch button. It's almost time. Let's see how much more. Yep, about 2 minutes. What was the quote? I don't want that white radish. It's quite flaccid. I have no idea. Stonehearth, huh? I can't be held accountable for the things that I've said. I have no idea. Oh, whoops. You know what? It's not worth it. Just screw it. Floors add wealth. How's the flora that are on the map that you did not construct? That's on the video also. So if you go to the wealth video, there's a timestamp that shows all that. But there is a caveat to that Smurf and I should have said about certain things about floors and structures. So when it talks about things like that on there, just know that if something has the claim flag on it, it counts differently. But other than that, the wealth guide should explain those for you. The reactor button, yeah. We're hitting the reactor button. Starting up the ship, starting up all the crazy events, yeah. All right, are we good on those auto doors? I think we are. Oh, right, this one. So video, yeah, Expedition Wealth goes straight to it too. Growth moment for Sick Baby. Sick Baby's a child. Oh, thank goodness. Arilla, what do you think about sick child or sick baby becoming a blood farm? Wait, does the mother get upset if her child is arrested? Let's find out. What if we have her arrest them? She can't do social. All right, let's find out if she gets a mood hit. Beat Apocalypse Bridge in their billions. Russian shock towers. Oh, yeah. Shock towers are so good in general, but especially on that one. All right, let's see if she gets unhappy. Okay. Her child has been arrested. Arilla, do you care? She actually still gets unhappy that they're unhappy. Interesting. Interesting. Sorry, dear, but Sky God told me to arrest you. All right, one more trade trip, and then we are good to go, I think, while they're building those last doors. What's my favorite mech so far? The Clean Engineers. I like the Agrahan and the Militor quite a bit. They nerfed the Militor. They double nerfed the Militor yesterday, which I didn't think it needed it, but it's gone in. Sock, welcome in. What's the difference in the tiers of subscriptions? The different tiers of subscriptions give me a higher percentage of what you spend, and you get a different icon, and you get a couple extra emotes. Honestly, though, if you are doing the higher subscription as just a supportive thing, like you don't care about any of the extra benefits for you, I get more if you end up just like donating the extra bit, or you use that extra bit that you would have to sign up on Patreon or something like that. So if you're only doing it to try to get me the most, some people ask, then you know that the higher tiers are still get me more, but it's not as much as if you just did the difference somewhere else. But whatever you like to do, whatever, of course, if you want to do those things, I still very much appreciate it. And then like I said, you get a different icon there. You get a different, you get a couple extra emotes. I tell you that you're a member of a different sub club. That's about it. That's about it on Twitch's end, yeah. All right, more Militors. Supreme. So there are these words. I've talked about this before. Do you guys have this? There's some words that it's just a single word, and they're not necessarily super related to the thing it reminds me of. But as soon as I hear a single word, I immediately think of an entire other thing. And Supreme is one of them, and so is Subterranean. For Supreme, I immediately think of Killer Instinct. Supreme victory. So no matter what, if I hear Supreme, you know, what kind of pizza do you want? A Supreme. Supreme victory. I think of Killer Instinct. D's. I think of burrito. Ultra. And so you might be saying, well, what is the Subterranean one? What is that? So anytime I hear Subterranean in any context at all, I immediately remember the interaction between Kano and Goro in the original Mortal Kombat movie. Subterranean realm of Shokan. Subterranean, is that something like underground? Yes. We had something like that back home. How lucky for them back home. And he hits the table. No idea why. It's such a cheesy movie. I love that cheesy movie though. And such a cheesy scene, but giving you your soul in payment for mod chip. You refuse to give him anything more than a tier 1 sub. Bunch of hours. You changed names. Oh yeah, I need to change that. Yeah. If you want to remind me, Discord would be the best. If you message me on Discord and just post the old names to me, I'll get it changed. It's going no cap. Welcome in. Sky God was summoned by Mod Wife.
Expands. Praise the
Enthusiasm. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Thank you, Enthusiasm. All right, Mod Wife. Let's see what you get. Sponsorship opportunity. Wait, who had the third? Oh, right. Mule did. You already got it? Okay, let me scroll up. There it is.
Commandment 3219. If there's anything I like better than probing, it's cattle mutilation.
Is God an alien? Mind blown. All right. The pig people don't sell Luciferium? Come on, pig people. Crap. I really wanted to grab Luciferium on him. I wanted more Luciferium, I should say. There was another Sky God? Okay. How far to get to that? All right. We'll go. Another Sky God from R squared this time. Let's see what it is, R squared.
Commandment 79. I've never thanked a muffin before until now.
I don't know what that means, Sky God. Does that mean... I don't know. It's for you to interpret. It's the wise words of the Sky God. It's like 20 to 40% chance that Outlanders stock Luciferium. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully this next one has it. If not, we'll just do like a third of the colonists on it or something like that. Not that you're an addict. Guys, can you stop throwing up in the prison, please? Please. All right, as soon as we check for that Luciferium, I guess that's the end. We're ready to hit the start button and see what happens. So, pal, welcome in. How's the coffee smell? I didn't smell it too very much, honestly. I had the door shut. I was up here. The air and heat weren't on, so it wasn't pulling it through the vents. I didn't do that because of it, but yeah. Read that as it took me to the grinder. Oh no. Oh god. Don't know why that's turned. Okay. Fearful Rhinoceros. 45 manhunting for Luciferium and an emanator. Oh man, what? 4 hours. Bring him. Let's get those rhinos coming. I'll take that. As many of those quests as you want to send. This is interesting. There's a devil summon. All right, one sec. This is interesting because yesterday there was a couple people, two, that's a couple, in the chat saying like they were trying to get Luciferium and they were having a hard time finding it. And then they just sent someone out with a bunch of stuff to go try to trade. And then they got a quest for a bunch of Luciferium that was easy to do. So it's like, now we're having the same exact thing happen. All right. It's actually really tempting to take that other offer that it was showing. But I'm not going to. Luciferium and Emanator. So second Emanator is one of 3 rare Archotech structures in the base game. They've been in the base game for a really long time. It's one of my favorite though. It just makes an area of positive mood around it. A pretty big area. Okay. All right, call in the rhinos. Healer Mech Serum is really awesome too, but anyway, we're taking this. 45 rhinos, 1-star quest, easy peasy. They're sending us cataphracts. The red walls are just painted, yeah. 1.4 added paint, so these are sandstone painted red. What is, holy crap. Guys, I don't think we need this. You didn't need to send this. A clown car shuttle. Just keep coming out. I don't want these guys taking any of our experience. Our shooting experience. Although, if the rhino's down a couple of them, and we just happen to help them, you know. No, I don't want to deal with it. So I don't want you eating our food either. It said 4 hours, right? So invite. No, I want the shooting experience. Rhinos will arrive 4 hours. Okay. Free cataphract. Yeah, we can't strip them. And if they die, the acidifiers get rid of it immediately. So let me help you out of that uncomfortable armor. Into the cataphract closet. Welcome, team. Let me get you in the staging area to prepare for the fight. There you guys go. Have fun. Enjoy yourself or not. I don't care. I just want to make sure that we get the shooting experience from this. All right. What are your thoughts on Biotech? I really like Biotech. Yeah, it feels like 2.5, 3 expansions in one. All right, the devil summon. Who summoned the devil? Taya. All right, let me see. Did you already do an exhibition quote? There it is. All right. Speaking of my granny, one time I was at her house and I played a record backwards and I'll never forget. The devil spoke to me, and this is what he said.
My only regret is that I still have a grenade.
I think the devil was saying there's no sense in an unused grenade. You know, what a waste. What a waste. You don't want to waste your food because you're killing starving children, right? If you have a plate of food and you don't eat it all, another kid dies in another country. That's how that works. That's not what it means. And if you have an unused grenade, it's just pointless. Waste of materials, waste of crafting time. Use it. What voice changer? This is a mixer, yeah. I use a mixer, and I have some presets set up on the knobs that I can change. What are the main additions to the expansion? Genetic manipulation is a huge one. So genes and xenotypes, so different factions, different races. Friendly mechs that you can build and control. And raising children. Those are the three major ones. That grenade could have killed a starving alien. Did you end up timing something else and then replacing it with alien, just out of curiosity? Because that's almost what I was thinking. Almost. Putting an L-tax on a happy potato increase the boost of the psychic emanator? I don't think it does. Well, the emanator is something different. Yeah, the emanator is a structure, but I'm guessing you need the implant, the harmonizer. Yeah, I don't think it would, but I've never tried it. Step on a crack, break your mom's back. That's right. We won't get much rhino meat because they have scaria, so most of them are just going to insta-rot. The wiki says it does. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I've never tried it, so yeah, I wasn't sure. I wouldn't have thought it did, but yeah, that's interesting. Really? Yeah, that's pretty cool. I would have not thought at all that would be how it works. So it's kind of cool to know. Thank you for letting me know. It does increase the harmonizer. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, there's a screenshot someone posted on our Discord from Reddit where someone had like 9 vampires and it literally is the whole screen. We have a lot of mechs. What are the blinking? Those are increasing the bandwidth on our Mechanitor. So those are band nodes. Each one of them gives us more bandwidth, which means more controlled mechs. I have a lot of everything, yeah. Aside from animals. Oh no, the Empire guy's gonna break down. Oh god, why? So there's a problem with this new updated no pause mod. Now if I try to fast forward while a fight is here, it keeps going down to 1x. I have to ask Brains about that. Some adulting to do. Barry Mac, thank you again. I do appreciate it. Enjoy your adulting. It's not that kind of adulting. Diabolus, where are you? So long ago, we worked hard. We scrapped things together. We got implants. We did all these things in order to increase our understanding of mechs and build our own massive killer boss mech. What do we use that mech for? For combat, for war? To help against our enemies? We use it to burn dead rhino every now and then. Like a rhino's come attack us every now and then. We use our massive boss mech to just like it's a garbage incinerator. Yeah, it's a glorified. Stubby's just a garbage incinerator. just a box lighter, pretty much. Yeah. Now to be fair, Stubby's very good at their job. Like Stubby is top tier, you know? Stubby's resume might not be like long, but the one thing that Stubby's good at, they are very good at. So. Luciferium. Well, I don't really need more now. All right. Let's get home and launch that ship. Put one of River's brains good use. Never see you using the Singularity killbox. Here it is, because it's overpowered. I literally only built it to show people that it still works. Why don't I use it? Because I use it every now and then, depending on the playthrough, but it's literally, it's generally too strong to use. It's like, it's just overpowered. It's absolutely exploitive, and so. Hard difficulty, no pause, incompatible with chill tag. Not for me, it isn't. Ever played Dwarf Fortress? I have not. I will when the Steam version comes out someday, though. Oh, did he add a slider for that? Yeah, it's not on, see? So, yeah. Back boss able to jump to the end of the Singularity? No, he wasn't. He was in a killbox, or melee only. How does that killbox work? I have a guide over it. Exclamation killbox, but it abuses the peeking mechanic in RimWorld. It makes it so that we can peek at enemies, but they can't peek at us. And we can shoot from peeking, and they can't shoot at us because they can't peek. All right, Yoshi, let's get back and launch that ship. Sounds like a... oh, we have to get it out of there. Sounds like a game show or something. Launch that ship. Launch that ship. No, Biotech came out before we could do it, Lobo. That was the next run, and then Biotech came out. So, nope. It's on the back burner. Prime. Prime. Peeking. Please chill on the streams. You're like 2 VODs behind. Thank you, Ozzy. You're going to enter the queue soon. Nice. Beta Boy. Thank you for the 12 months, Beta Boy. It's almost one entire calendar year, I've heard. 12 months. Many more? I hope so. Thank you. I see that they didn't combine those notes. A lot of the notes are now combined, but apparently not that one. Yeah, the links are right above you, Dar. So we got one emanator here. Let's put another one inside, covering the hospital and all the beds. There we go. How many pods am I launching? 3. Oh, right. I haven't unrestricted the doors yet. How old is considerably important baby? 3. Can you buy emanators from traders? No. No, emanators are quest only things. A colonist pregnant without a bed. 2 colonists with a gene where they don't need to sleep. They don't do the thing in bed. I don't think so. I mean, you can do artificial. Oh, yeah, I guess you can do that. So you can extract from them. Do you have a growth vat? Let me see. I think you could also... Yeah, you can extract the ovum
Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly
You could-
appreciated.
They could assign them a bed. Yeah, but will they actually go to the bed and mate if they never sleep? Take their legs. That's interesting because we've actually had people with no spines in a double bed that ended up getting it on. So maybe you could do a double bed and take off their legs and put them both in there. I don't know. Growth vat works. Put the baby in until it's 3. They only sleep if they're hurt. It's interesting. John Bob. Maybe the 10 months. Thank you, John Bob. Militaries are OP with how many you have? I don't know. Yeah, I'm really curious. Oh, God. Guys, I didn't realize how many we got to. We have 33 shotgun Militor. They're going to die very quickly, but it's all right. Really? Is the audio desynced? That is a Twitch issue. So if you can refresh the stream, but if it still happens, the way you permanently fix it is below your video, click on the gear, click on advanced, and turn off low latency mode. It's a pretty common Twitch thing, and sometimes it happens only to the music, and people are like, wait, that doesn't make sense. Why would it only happen to the music? Something to do with frequency and pitch and things I don't know about, but yeah, that's how you fix it permanently. You like the tunneler mech? I just really wish... I really wish the tunneler could use the deep drill. No, we still haven't had a tribal attack. If we have a tribal attack, I'll check the Militor in here. We have 69 bandwidth, yep. Yep. All right. Just waiting on Yoshi to come back, and then we are set for launch. Set for launch. Blame Twitch, try to do stuff to optimize the stream, and then it screws things up, man. So interestingly, I had the first complaint. I don't mean it in a negative way, like just literally it was a complaint, but it wasn't like a hateful complaint or anything. But it's the first time I had anyone post this. This morning, someone was like, "You really need to start posting these runs in 2K or 4K, so that people with better monitors don't have it pixelized." I don't know that's worth doing, but it's an interesting thing. Speaking of like stream quality and stuff like that, I can actually record in 2K or 4K and stream separately, and I've looked at that before. But yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal on RimWorld. And I have a 2K monitor, and when I watch the 1080 RimWorld on there, it doesn't look pixely to me, but it is interesting. You have 2K monitors, you don't care? 256K win. But I might, on Black Friday, I might work on getting a better storage system, like set up a RAID system set up. And if I get something like that, I'll be able to store and post 2K. But yeah, I was surprised about the, and like I said, I wasn't in a negative way, but they were just saying they wished it was like that. So. It's a huge increase. It is. Yeah, I've looked. Guys. Oh, God. I had him take just an EMP grenade. Let's give Yoshi the fight. Here we go. He's starving to death. He's about to break down. I'm just going to give it to them. He literally will just die. He's about to starve to death. He has no food. He's about to have a breakdown. I really want to do it, but just eat one of the Luciferium and then fight. He is a sacrifice pawn. Does Yoshi's story end here? He beat a Timberwolf, yeah, but he wasn't about to break down. All right, let's go. We got tribal. We got a short bow. I'm coming. Coming for you. Oh, good dodge, Yoshi. Oh, hit the marine helmet. We're good. This guy's out of 4 melee. He's a dirt mole. Oh, Yoshi got the first hit in. AA run. Yoshi took a little bit of damage. It's just a bruise, though. AA run with another beefy hit. Yoshi's down with his health all the way to the O. But AA run, more than halfway down. 40% health. Yoshi takes another one on the shoulder. He's bleeding now. But he's not bleeding as much as AA run. Yoshi under half. AA run hasn't been hit in a while. Is he going to go down? Oh, he's not even bleeding. Yoshi, no! And that was the end of Yoshi's story after this entire run. F's in chat for Yoshi. I think he deserves it. He's been with the colony for 5 years. I'll split the recording and then we're going to launch this ship. So, F's for Yoshi. Sorry, Yoshi. He's not dead, though. He's not dead. But he is addicted to Luciferium now, so that's good. That's a lot of F's. That's the most F's I've ever seen in chat when I've asked. Usually it's like 5. All right, I'm going to split the recording for YouTube. We're going to come back and we're going to launch that ship. Man, so happy that all you guys are here. Like, honestly, it's been pretty incredible. So thank you for being here. The stream is going to continue. I'm going to use the restroom really quick because the launch might take a long time. So, all right, let me split this.